the most devastating force in Norse mythology wasn't Ragnarok itself. It was the breathtaking beauty of Gerðr. Her radiance could halt even the turning of seasons, and her silence carried the gravity of winter skies. This is not just the story of a woman desired, but of a being whose beauty reshaped the balance between gods and giants. Her charm was not mere vanity, it was weapon and wisdom alike. A force that could bend the 9 realms without lifting a hand. In the Norse cosmos, fire might destroy, but beauty, true, relentless beauty, could conquer. The light hidden in Jotunheimr. Before the gods sang her name, Gerðr lived in the heart of frost. She was born of the Jotnar, those ancient beings, older than the gods themselves, children of chaos and creation. Her father, Gerðr, ruled a realm of frozen lakes and gleaming cliffs. And her mother, said by some to be the sea giantess Orboa, wove moonlight into her daughter's hair. Gerðr's beauty was not delicate, it was perilous. It did not invite, it warned. Her eyes were said to reflect both dawn and dusk, as though she herself were the horizon where light meets shadow. Even among giants, her presence stilled the air. She was the promise of spring locked in winter's keep. A paradox so potent that it stirred the hearts of gods. And it was from the high seat of Asgard that Freyr saw her. Glimpsed through the eyes of Odin's throne, Hlskjolf, where one could peer into all the worlds. In that instant, the god of harvest and fertility was undone. His joy turned to yearning, his warmth to fever. He who brought life to fields was left barren by desire. The god who gave away his sword. Freyr's heart, once steady as the sun, was seized by a hunger he could neither name nor master. He could not eat, could not laugh, could not speak of what he saw. Only his servant Skirnir could pry the truth from him. That he had seen a woman so radiant, that even the gods' golden halls seemed dim by comparison. Skirnir, loyal but cunning, offered to go to Jotunheimr and win her hand on Freyr's behalf. But such a quest had a cost. To travel into the realm of giants was to enter the world of untamed power, where the rules of the Aesir did not apply. Freyr, blinded by longing, gave up his shining sword as payment. His divine weapon, the very blade that would one day decide his fate at Ragnarok. With that surrender, the story was sealed. The god of plenty had traded his might for a chance at love. And Gerðr became the fulcrum upon which his destiny turned. The frost-bound bargain. When Skirnir reached Gerðr's hall, she stood among her kin, the frost of her homeland gleaming around her like a crown. He offered her 12 golden apples, a ring that dripped sunlight, and words woven with promise. But Gerðr only smiled, calm, unshaken, sovereign. Her refusal was not rebellion, it was power wrapped in poise. She was no mortal maiden to be bought by trinkets of the gods. When Skirnir's gifts failed, his tone darkened. He spoke the runes of compulsion, spells that could bind body and spirit. He threatened her with curses that would twist her fate and shadow her joy. And still, she stood tall. Only when he invoked the deepest odes of the 9 worlds, calling upon the inevitability of doom itself, did Gerðr finally relent, not in defeat, but in wisdom. She agreed to meet Freyr in Bari, a sacred grove, 9 nights hence. A number that, in the Norse mind, marked transformation, initiation, rebirth. She did not give herself immediately. She set the terms, dictating the rhythm of her own destiny. Even in surrender, she commanded. The union of fire and ice. When Gerðr and Freyr finally met beneath the pale light of Bari, the world seemed to hold its breath. Where his touch was warmth, hers was coolness. Where he brought motion, she brought stillness. Their union was not a merging, but a meeting. A brief harmony between 2 opposing forces. Through them, the Norse understood the eternal cycle. That frost and fire must coexist. That creation demands tension. That passion and patience are twin faces of the same godhood. The poets said that after their joining, spring thawed the edges of the 9 realms. Snow melted into rivers, and the soil opened itself to seed. Gerðr, the reluctant bride, became the quiet mother of renewal. Her stillness gave birth to growth, and her resistance gave meaning to desire. The power of stillness. To follow Gerðr is to understand restraint as art. She is the goddess of not yet, the sacred pause before abundance. While Freyr's name is sung in fields of gold, hers lingers in the frozen hush before dawn, a reminder that even the gods must wait for nature's timing. Her silence speaks of control, not compliance. Her beauty, often praised, is but the surface of something far older. The strength to choose when to yield and when to remain unmoved. In her, the Norse found a lesson deeper than love. That stillness is not emptiness, but power in its purest form. The shadow of her choice. Freyr's joy was fleeting. He had gained his beloved, but lost the weapon that would have saved him in the world's final battle. When Ragnarok comes, and flames rise higher than the mountains, Freyr will face Gerðr unarmed, undone by his own yearning. And in that tragic balance lies Gerðr's legacy. She was not the destroyer of gods, but the mirror that revealed their fragility. Her beauty did not corrupt, it clarified. She showed that even immortals can be ruled by longing. And that desire, unchecked, can unmake creation itself. The radiance that endures. After their union, Gerðr receded into legend. Some say she stayed in Bari, forever guarding the threshold between fertility and frost. Others whisper that she returned to Jotunheim, her heart untouched, her sovereignty intact. Wherever she went, her name became a symbol of balance, of boundaries, of beauty that cannot be possessed. To invoke Gerðr is to call upon the courage to withhold, the wisdom to wait, and the grace to stand unshaken when the world demands surrender. She is the frost that makes spring possible, the silence that gives song its shape, beyond desire. So what if beauty in Norse myth wasn't just a gift, but a form of divine intelligence? Then Gerðr isn't simply a figure of desire. She's the keeper of equilibrium, the frost line that even gods dare not cross. Her allure is not softness but sovereignty. Her refusal is not cruelty but clarity. She reminds us that love without respect is hunger, and that true power lies not in being wanted, but in knowing when to wait. Gerðr is the stillness before thaw, the spark caught in the ice, the woman who turned the god's passion into prophecy. She is beauty as discipline, grace as defiance, and silence as command. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to explore more of the Norse world's hidden powers and forgotten goddesses, leave a comment below. And remember, not every light burns hot. Some glows beneath the ice, and some, like Gerðr, remind us that true strength is not in pursuit, but in patience.